I know that now, so next game I'll smuggle some in the broadcast box. Hey, we are live. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Panther Stadium here at Medina Valley High School. It's the home opener for the Medina Valley Panthers. They are 0-1 to start the season. They fell to Kerrville-Tivy last week, 28-6. They will be playing the John Jay Mustangs, who come in 1-0 at a 28-14 win over Brackenridge last week. And so they come in 1-0. Medina Valley looking to get back to 500, get that first win of the year at 1-0 to get to 1-1. I'm Jared Lucky along here with Maury Stein. And Maury, there was some rain in the forecast. I think it's gone, and it dissipates kind of as the night goes on. But nice night here for the first home opener.
Oh, what a beautiful evening, South Texas, Jared. It's Friday Night Lights once again, and another formidable opponent coming to Medina Valley for their home opener. They had Parents' Night tonight before for the band, I believe it was. So everybody's ready to roll. Jared, I'm ready to roll. We talked to Coach Sanchez Wednesday at Sports for Supper at Sammy's and took a lot of positive things, especially in the second half against Kerrville-Tivy, where the score in the second half was 7-6. Medina Valley held their own, did some changes at halftime, but let's see if that carries into tonight's game, because you and I witnessed this same scenario last year at John Jay, where in the second half their physicality and their size just wore Medina Valley down.
Yep. Yeah, they did. It was a game that Medina Valley hung in there with them the whole way through, and then in the fourth quarter, the offense wasn't moving the ball for the Panthers. The defense was on the field too long, and that size just eventually wore that defense out, and the Panthers couldn't stop them in the end.
No.
What it came down to. So some things to go positive for last week. Medina Valley actually had more yards than Kerrville-Tivy did in that ball game. The biggest thing was there were some mistakes that happened that killed some drives. The snap over the head, a couple of penalties that happened on fourth down when you picked up the first down, got called back, and now you got put in fourth and long and couldn't get it. Just some things like that. Those are things we'll look to see if the Panthers can clean up this week, because if they were able to finish some of those drives, that is a lot closer ball game and maybe even a Medina Valley win.
Oh, absolutely. And it's like we talked, Jared. It wasn't necessarily that the penalties occurred.
Yeah,
it was when.
Exactly.
And at the most unopportune time for the Panthers.
Exactly.
Yellow was on the field, and it ruined drives. It took the Panthers completely out of two scoring drives for sure, where we were down inside the 20, and it's a different ball game.
Yep, absolutely. And we're going to go ahead and take a break, and then we'll come back to kind of set things up. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we will continue in just a moment.
It's our biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet. Choose from over 600 new vehicles in stock or on order, all with low posted prices. Get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and unlimited wash tub car washes with your new vehicle purchase. Plus, no payments for 90 days and 2.89% financing available. Open until 9 p.m. every Friday and Saturday. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Garner Abstract and Land Company, the title company with professional service and a personal touch. Garner services real estate transactions, buying, selling, and construction loans for commercial and residential. They specialize in land development and farm and ranch. Garner, offering a commitment to professionalism, confidentiality, and personal service combined with the latest technology. Garner Abstract and Land Company will work to earn your trust. Garner Abstract and Land Company, 830-346-1367.
We're back here at Panther Stadium, Medina Valley, getting ready to take on John Jay. And, the Panthers coming off of a loss against Tybee, but these are non-district games. Now, district starts next week against Southwest Legacy. That is a home game as well. So you've got the home opener tonight. You only have 2 games before district. And then next thing you're playing Southwest Legacy, a game that the Panthers lost by 2 points last year. And had a very good chance, and that was an opener last season, had a good chance to win that game, but fell short at Southwest Legacy. And now hopefully the Panthers can hang with Jay here tonight. We know that they've got some size. We know that they've got some athletes and some good athletes. The big key for Medina Valley is going to be is can they move the football and keep their defense off the field. And then can the Panthers finish drives?
Well,
That's the main thing. And
we saw last year there was 4 guys that we remember from last year. 3 of them are back on the offensive side, the quarterback, the running back, and the wide receiver. That they were all 3 were explosive. And then they had the big defensive lineman that we talked about previously before we went to the first break, Jared, that he wore Medina Valley down in the second half. He was just that dominant. The Panthers had no answer for him when they got a little tired. And that was one of those games, again, Jared, where the offense didn't do enough to keep your defense fresh on the sidelines. And that's something you're going to have to do tonight. It's not as seasonally warm as it's been the last 6-7 weeks, but it's still hot out there.
It's still humid. That's
Yes.
that's the thing, is it's so humid. And you can see
They went back to the helmet or whatever it is.
yeah, now Medina Valley's going to blow up their helmet for the week here. John Jay about to run out of their paper. But, Jay, last year, early in the season, Medina Valley's offense couldn't do anything. They were just not very potent. They had a lot of problems. As the season went on, it got better. But those first 2 or 3 games, there was no offense from the Panthers, hardly at all. And because of that, Jay was able to wear them down. So, Medina Valley moved the ball last week, had more yards than Kerrville-Tivy. So those are some things to take from that is, you had more yards from them. You still lost by 3 touchdowns. But there's just some mistakes, things that can be corrected. They're fixable things. It went wrong for Medina Valley last week.
Well, and last year, Jerry talked about between the beginning of the year and the end of the year. In the middle of the year, the Beast Incarnate woke up and they put him out there. That was number 28, Guerrero. They were trying to get some things squared away and said, you know what, we got a sophomore. He was a sophomore last year. We got a sophomore that's lights out. We're going to put him out there and we're going to use him. And the season really turned around basically because they started feeding that young man. And then you had number 22 coming out of the backfield, as we saw Reza when they get him out in space, and he's dangerous out in space too, and he was one of the younger ones too. They finally turned to the younger infusion, and that's what we saw last week at Kerrville-Tivy in the second half. They went back to the bread and butter that was working last year towards the end of the year.
Yeah, and Guerrero's a hard runner. He's a junior. He runs hard, a lot of yards after contact for him. Aldridge,
very impressed.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, very. He made a lot of things happen with his legs. He's able to scramble. He's able to keep plays alive, and he's able to throw the ball. The thing is Kerrville did a good job last week of covering receivers and getting in his face and not allowing him to get comfortable back there. And I think that's another key to tonight's game is, can the Panther offensive line give Aldridge enough time to set his feet and throw the football?
Well, and to let his receivers separate themselves. Yep. That's the first thing you said when you started that last paragraph, that there was no separation. The Panthers secondary could not get away from the Panthers receivers could not get away from Tivy's secondary. Where if you look on the other side, there was a few busted plays to where there were Tivy receivers wide open.
Yeah,
and nobody made contact with 2 of them until after they scored.
Well, you had one that came back on a penalty, fortunately. A play where the quarterback looked like he was going to run, and next thing he had a guy 40 yards downfield open in the end zone with no one around him, and then the halfback pass. And so in the secondary, I think some of the things to look for is, don't get too eager when the quarterback starts to move around. There's still receivers back there, and until he crosses that line of scrimmage, he can throw the football. So you got to be aware of that.
Well, and last night, you can ask Jeff, we were here for the freshman 2 games. The second freshman game, the Panthers went back to their bread and butter, running the eye and their normal stuff, and they looked very good.
Yeah, I heard that both teams won last night.
Absolutely.
And they looked pretty good. Did the JV win last night?
I never heard a score.
Heard. I didn't either. But, no, it should be an exciting night here. A lot of fans on hand already. Got a packed house here.
Good crowd.
Yeah, good crowd on hand. Jay's not that far away. They're right off Marbach Road there in San Antonio, off 410 in Marbach. They've got a pretty good crowd on hand as well. And as you can see, there is a ton of cars still filing in.
Oh, they're lined up all the way down Victory Lane.
Yep. And
good job.
The other thing, it's the first weekend of dove season. And you can see on Highway 90 where they're backed up there, then there's going to be a lot of people coming through.
Memorial Day weekend.
Labor Day.
Labor Day
weekend. First weekend of dove season that opened yesterday. I laugh every year because where I get to work, I get to the office in the morning, and it sounds like World War III across the street. But you look, and there's birds flying, there's guns going off, nothing's falling. Nothing's falling. It just makes me laugh. Cause like,
chalk one up for the birds, huh?
Yeah, exactly. But we're going to go ahead and take a break for the national anthem, and we'll come back with all the play-by-play. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we will continue here in just a moment.
It's our biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet. Choose from over 600 new vehicles in stock or on order, all with low posted prices. Get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and unlimited wash tub car washes with your new vehicle purchase. Plus, no payments for 90 days and 2.89% financing available. Open until 9 p.m. every Friday and Saturday. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Garner Abstract and Land Company, the title company with professional service and a personal touch. Garner services real estate transactions, buying, selling, and construction loans for commercial and residential. They specialize in land development and farm and ranch. Garner, offering a commitment to professionalism, confidentiality, and personal service combined with the latest technology. Garner Abstract and Land Company will work to earn your trust. Garner Abstract and Land Company, 830-346-1367.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Can you see their
Welcome
numbers?
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium, and we will be right back. I've got a technical difficulty here with the camera. I'll get it back on for you, so give me a second. We'll be right back.
If you still want to announce them.
All right, welcome back here, guys, and sorry about that, but we got you back on. We're back on streaming. Medina Valley wins the toss, and they have elected to defer to the second half, which I like. They will kick off to John Jay. Now, if you remember last week, They tried an onside kick the first play of the game, did not recover it. We'll see if they try something sneaky like that again
Scott
here.
Frost tried an onside kick, too, the first week, and he's lucky he still got a job. Not saying anything about
No, yeah,
but,
I know.
But, I mean, they had just got the lead and were pulling away and tried an onside kick.
Yeah.
And, Jared, their captains were number 6, number 12, and 56, respectively, for the visiting Mustangs.
Well, John Jay is going to receive here. Medina Valley getting ready to kick off. They'll be kicking right to left to start the ball game. The wind is blowing right to left here at the moment. It's kind of swirling, kind of changing direction a little bit.
Hey, they have a Caden Keller, and we have a Caden Keller. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Their Caden was one of the captains, along with Tony Sanchez and Jordan Escamillo.
And Panthers run up there like they were going to try the
Here we
onside,
go.
but they didn't.
A
And
little chicanery to start
yeah,
off with.
they're going to kick it away. Padilla has it teed up for the Panthers.
And Jared, want to mention that young man for the Panthers was involved in a pretty bad accident. He is home. He is watching the game. Garrett Eckley.
Yeah.
Want to thank him for tuning in, and I hope he enjoys the broadcast. We're praying for you, young man.
And Padilla with a little kick that goes straight out of bounds. Kicking it to the sideline like that, I just don't understand that.
I don't understand that short, because now they're going to get the ball on the floor where it went out of bounds.
Yeah.
If not, it's 30 yards from it, unless it doesn't go the 30 yards. It goes where it goes out of bounds.
I mean, if you're going to do that, at least just squib it down the middle of the field and get your guys down there to make a tackle.
I don't think that's how Coach Sanchez.
No,
drew
that was not how it was supposed to be. But, yeah, they'll get it on the 44-yard lines where they're going to start the drive. They might as well have tried the onside. So it'll be 1st and 10, John Jay from their own 44-yard line. And we'll see that Panther defense out here for the first time.
The traditional all black, Jared. I love it.
And Jay in the white and blue with the white helmets. And right away, officials blow this dead.
The chain busted. They're having to fix the chain. They pulled it too tight.
Oh, yep, you're right, Maury. They're over there fixing it. That's a nice omen.
If we make it by a link now, a first down, that's because they had to take one out of it.
Didn't even run an offensive play.
Nope. Chain gang getting a little excited already.
Well, they're trying to fix it. Maybe they maybe should have a backup.
Well, and if I'm looking correctly, it's orange, and it's one of those plastic chains that.
Well, they got it ready to go. Now the marker's at the wrong place.
Well, they're afraid to stretch it.
Yeah, now here we go. 1st and 10 from the 44. Jay out of the shotgun to start, going left to right. They're going to give the ball over the left side of the line to start things, and a 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Benke getting up from the bottom of the pile for the Panthers.
It was Jack
Santos also.
Yep, and I'm trying to see
what you got
their
Jared?
position players here, because they're directly across from me here. I
Number
can't see
4
the
is in the
numbers.
backfield along with 8.
Yeah, that's Jack Moda. He's listed as a wide receiver, the running back. He had the carry last time.
6 and 1 are wide to their side.
And they'll send a man in motion. The quarterback's going to keep it up the middle. A little burst, hard to bring down. He's going to be close to a 1st down. I think he's got it. Picked up 7 yards. It'll be 1st down.
Benke once again getting up from the bottom of the pile along with James Vallejo.
That's Jackson Gutierrez, the quarterback. He's a junior. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Medina Valley 46-yard line. Gutierrez, empty backfield here this time, out of the shotgun. They look to the sideline for the play. Panthers with 4 down linemen. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Fires left side, complete. Too much cushion over there. That's going to be a 12-yard pickup and a first down. It's the same thing we saw against Kerrville last week, Maury. Too much cushion in the first half.
Yeah, Vallejo on the stop, and that time Burns just gave him way too much cushion. He was 10 yards off of the receiver, and the receiver was 12 yards downfield.
So that's going to be a first down. It moves it to the 33-yard line of Medina Valley.
And it even fooled the receiver because he thought he was going to get hit. He was actually going backwards.
First and 10. Takes the snap. Going to hand the ball off right side. There's flags down on the play. That was Moda on the carry. He picked up 5 yards, but we'll see what the flag is.
Morales for the Panthers on the stop.
Still waiting for the call. It is offside against the Panthers. So that'll be first down and 5 now for John Jay, as the play only resulted in a 3-yard pickup. So what would have been second down and 7, it's still first down and 5 now as the ball moves outside the 30 to the 28-yard line. It'll be first and 10, John Jay. Gutierrez out of the shotgun. They have 2 wide over each side of the line. Takes the snap. He wants to throw. Fires over the middle. Incomplete. Just run a quick slant, and if he hits him, he's got a first down. But fortunately, the slot receiver didn't get his hands on that right.
That was Micah Roberts, and he had to hesitate a little bit, and the ball was thrown behind him, Jarrett, or he may go untouched for 6.
Yeah, it's going to be second down and 5 now.
But you kind of got to like the call. Why not? You got a free down and 5 yards on the first one.
Second and 5. 3 wide out left here for the Mustangs. Gutierrez takes the snap, gives it to Moda left side, and he's cut down around the 25-yard line, and he's going to be just shy of the first down. It's going to be third and about 2 here for the Mustangs.
Keller and Vallejo on the stop there. And we talk about safety all the time. Jared, just looking at the white helmets for John Jay, they have those little pads that give way in the back there. Nearly every one of them are wearing those new safety helmets. And that's the main thing in football is safety.
Third down and 2 here. Jay out of the pistol. They use a fullback also. They're going to give it to Moda over the right side. He's going to be close to a first down. It's going to depend on the ball spot. I think if he doesn't have it, he's going to be just shy. They're going to give him the first down. They're not even going to measure.
Keller and Vallejo met him right at the line to gain, but just forward momentum has him enough for a first down.
Well, when you think about it, Maury, it was first down and 5. It would have been second down and 7.
Took them 3 downs to get them 5 yards, and they barely got it.
First down and 10 to go here. The ball's down to the 23-yard line. Now they look to the sideline for the play call.
4 minutes into the ball game.
Gutierrez has it, looking to throw, and they're going to throw flags down right away here. That should be a false start against John Jay, and it is.
Was that the outside receiver on the far side that lunged a little bit?
8:29 to go here in the first quarter. No score yet. John Jay on the opening drive of the ball game. They'll have first and 15 back at the 28-yard line. So Gutierrez here, shotgun. 3 wide out left. Looking to throw. He fires complete out to the left side. Made a couple of guys miss. Gets back across the original line of scrimmage. Picks up about 8 yards on the play. Probably should have been stopped in the backfield there right at the line of scrimmage, but he managed to maneuver his way through for some yards.
Perales and Benke on the stop. And it looked like he did a good job of scooping that ball because it looked like it was low. He got it right off the shoe top.
It'll be second down and 8 here for the Mustangs.
Got the penalty yards plus 2.
Second down, 8 to go here. Ball at the 21. They'll send a man in motion left to right. Gutierrez hands it off left side and turns the corner, tries to get a couple of yards there. He's going to be about third down and 5, as that was Dylan Gordon on the carry.
James Martinez on the stop for the Panthers. 16 had him in the backfield, Morales, but just could not bring him down.
No, picked up 2 or 3 on the play. It's 3rd and 5 here.
And just watching anything in the pregame, their kicking game didn't look that outstanding on the extra points. So they may not even be in field goal range right now.
So on 3rd and 5 here, Gutierrez out of the shotgun, Moda behind him. Takes the snap, going to hand it to Moda, left side looking for some room, makes a cutback, and he's going to be short of the first down. He did pick up about 4, but it's going to be 4th down and a yard.
Good job by Caden Keller and Jamarillo as he tried to cut back against the grain, and they filled up the holes.
It's 4th and 1 here. I'm sure they're going to go for it. Ball at the 14-yard line.
Panthers bringing in some bigger bodies. Alamos in now at one of the defensive tackle spots.
I think Gutierrez will bring the play in from the sideline. Still
Be
15 on the clock.
Don't give them the free 5 yards.
They'll line up here with an empty backfield. Takes the snap. Quarterback draw up the middle. Right side. Shakes.
Oh.
He's going to get the first down as he stretched out. Got down to about the 12. And that's going to keep the drive going as we're halfway through the first quarter, just under 6 minutes. They've had the ball for the entire first 6 minutes of this quarter.
Morales was there, but the quarterback just stretched the ball just far enough to get the sticks moved once again.
Marion, when you think about it, they're down here at the 12-yard line. Look at where they started at the 44-yard line.
And over half the clock.
Yeah.
So they're not big yardage. They're just
methodically moving the
cloud
ball.
of dust.
Gutierrez rolling out left side, looking to throw under pressure. Throws on the move. Incomplete. Short. Good coverage that time. Is a little underthrown. It'll be incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
That was Burns and Martinez on the coverage.
But a good job by the right side of the defensive line for Medina Valley getting in his face, making him rush that throw a little bit. Gutierrez with Moda next to him. Out of the shotgun. 3 wide out to the left. Takes the snap. Fumble, ball's on the ground. I think Gutierrez fell back on top of it, but he's going to lose 2 yards.
I think that was a designed quarterback draw. I think he was going to fake throw to the outside and take off running. He just lost possession of the football.
Well, yeah, and the running back ran into him. I don't know if he thought he was getting the ball or not, but he ran into him. Ball pops loose. It's 3rd down and 12. Big here for the Panthers because you need to keep them in 4th down and long and make them either try a field goal or if they want to go for it on 4th down, don't give them short yardage. Gutierrez wanting to throw, left side, floats it to the end zone, goes up, and he makes the catch over the top of the receiver. That was Dylan Gordon. You couldn't ask for much better coverage. It looked like he might have pushed off a little at the end, but not going to get a call there. And touchdown, John Jay.
Martinez had good coverage, but I think he got away with one of those little forearm shivers in the back there to separate himself a little bit. And it was a perfectly thrown ball, too.
14-yard touchdown pass and catch from Gutierrez to Gordon. And here is, I think that's Jordan Escamilla on to try the extra point. Low snap, gets the kick up, and he puts it through. And so with 4:47 to play in the first quarter, your score now, John Jay 7, Medina Valley 0. And, Maury, they ate a lot of clock up there.
They ate a lot of clock, Jared, but that's the benefactor of getting the ball on the 44-yard line. Their longest play was the touchdown play, correct? The 14-yard.
Yeah.
Or they had another reception, but I don't think it was for that long.
But to 12-yard. They had a 12-yard pass earlier.
But that was only a 56-yard scoring drive, and it took
7.5 minutes almost, a little more than that. So the main thing now for Medina Valley is going to be can they move the football and keep their defense off the field and give them a breather here? Because, this is what we saw Jay do last year, was just methodically move the ball and wear you down over the course of the game. If the Medina Valley offense isn't going to move the ball, they're going to get wore down in a hurry. Looks like Reza back deep to receive. And that's number 36. There's no 36 on their roster. And the kickoffs are sponsored by Garner Abstract and Land along with Rancher's Title. And maybe we can get his name at halftime, but that is number 36 kicking, but he's not on their roster. So, well, they kick it off. They blow the play dead. Yeah, they called timeout.
Because they were about to get they got him for a delay, I think.
They burned a timeout for a delay of game on a kickoff. Just move them back 5 yards and let them kick off again. Why would you burn a timeout like that?
No idea.
But they'll
why would you need to burn a timeout on a kickoff?
But timeout brought to you by Peerless Equipment Company, and we'll stay right here.
They wanted to give Peerless some advertisement. There you go. See?
So Jay will re-kick there. They'll kick off now after the timeout from the 40. Reza will go back deep along with Carter Hewitt to receive.
And my partner on the mic is going to go watch his alma mater tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to go watch Cougars. UTSA play Houston tomorrow.
We got an upset in the making. You going to call the shot?
I think they can beat them.
I think they can too.
And so they will boot it away. It's a high end-over-end kick that's going to be fielded at the 38-yard line.
I don't understand this.
I don't understand. Did he even call fair catch?
No.
They just blew the play dead, didn't they?
His hands up in the air to catch it.
He didn't call a fair catch.
Oh, they didn't blow it up. They didn't blow the ball into play yet.
Good grief. They're going to re-kick it again. Maury, why does nobody kick it down the field?
I have no idea.
Because everybody watches Saturday.
Wait, what are they?
Kick everything.
That's.
Yeah, that's if you got somebody that could run a 4-3 back there, not a 6-2. Well, I'm talking about everybody. It doesn't make sense.
Well, you've got 6-2s running to cover them too, not 4-3s.
And they will boot this one away. End over, that's going to go out of bounds. Maybe. Yeah, it does go out of bounds around the 4-yard line.
Well, at least they're giving it to us on the 30.
It's people watch TV and they try to emulate.
It's a copycat league. I can remember 10, 12
They're
years ago.
They're going to make them kick it again.
Yep. 10, 12 years ago when Tech had that air raid offense, and they showed them at practice one day catching tennis balls. Yep. Well, the next day, everybody in the whole country was catching tennis balls. Doesn't matter if you can't run after you catch it. Doesn't matter.
And they'll kick from the 35 now instead of the 40.
There's a statistic out there that says one out of every 4 pooch kicks is mishandled, and that's why a lot of them do it.
Yeah, but the 3 that aren't give good field position.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're supposed to kick it in between the 30 and the 25. You're supposed to pooch it up there.
Well, yeah, unless you have somebody like Bernie usually does, or somebody that kicks it out of the end zone every time, then you don't worry about it.
And so they will boot it away. Once again, a pooch kick again. This time no one's there to cover it up, and Jay's going to fall on top of it.
That's why you do it.
No, I don't know who has it. There's a fight for it. I think Medina Valley's got the football, and they do, at the 39-yard line.
Number 12 came up with the ball, Ashton Lesher.
But did you look at what Medina Valley had set up there, though? Hold on. There was nobody in the middle of the field. It was like a big bowl out there, and they kicked it where nobody was. Now, why don't you have an up man in the center of the field right there to play the football? And the reason they were able to do that is because the last time they kicked it out of bounds at the 4. So everyone just assumed they were going to kick it deep again.
It 3 times and they mishandled it.
4.
They mishandled it.
Yeah.
Well,
So it'll be at
one
the
out of
30.
four.
It's at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Medina Valley. Aldridge fumbles a snap, picks it back up. He's going to get slung down at the 25-yard line. They'll give him forward progress to the 31. And that's just mishandling of the football right there. And look at big number. Is that 50?
That's Jalen Knighton. That's the young man we talked about last year.
Yeah. That is a big young man coming off the end right there. And he was in his face. So a 9-yard loss, and right back, you're 2nd down and 19. Now, the main thing here, you got to get some yards back. And if you don't, luckily they had to kick off 4 times to give your defense a breather. Out of the gun, Aldridge. 4 wide receivers here. Guerrero will stay to the left of Aldridge. And they're going to get a delay of game.
Oh, we got a timeout before.
Yep, took a timeout beforehand here. And, I mean, that's the first play offensively of the ball game. How can you not be ready to run it? But just couldn't get it in. And it looked like, at one point Guerrero wanted to switch sides. Aldridge made him go back. Just some confusion going on there. Then you just sort that out in a hurry.
Peerless equipment.
For the timeout.
Timeout.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, their bread and butter last week was the I formation with Guerrero running the football. They need to stay with that. And I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Get better at it.
Yeah. You have a big offensive line. You got some guys up there that can move people. You need to get them to open some holes and let Guerrero do some damage.
Which we know he's very capable of doing.
Now we're out of the shotgun here. Aldridge rolling out to throw. He's going to fire, complete to raise out to the 25 or 35, and he's slung out of bounds after a 7-yard pickup.
Landon Flores on the stop there for the Mustangs.
Gets it up to the 38-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 12. But
looked like Reza had a little bit
and there's
more
a flag down at the 30.
Oh, that's usually where a holding or a chop block occurs.
Hold against the Panthers. So there you go. Going the wrong direction. And we'll see if they mark this as not a spot foul. They're going to mark it from the line of scrimmage.
Oh, my.
2nd and 30 coming up here. 2nd and 29 is what it officially is. Ball at the 21-yard line. This drive started at the 40. Late substitution. Wait, but that's a legal substitution on them.
But did you see the center?
Yeah, no, he snapped it over his head. But very fortunate. That's got to be a legal substitution.
Wasn't that motion? It was just a guy.
But yeah, but number 50 was still on the field.
They had 12 men on the field.
They had 12 men on the field when the ball was snapped.
Yeah, they tried to snap. They tried to substitute real late.
Now they're going to move it back. They're going to say illegal motion against the Panthers. I don't understand that. They had 12 guys on the field.
And the side judge was right there, and he was looking at the guy when he threw the flag.
That was number 50. He was 10 yards from getting off the field when they snapped it. Now it's 2nd and 34. Wow. My goodness. Ball back at the 16-yard line. Aldridge takes the snap, gives to Guerrero up the middle, and he's going to get maybe 2 or 3 on the carry, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 32.
Leading the charge there was Leandrew Holland for the Mustangs. There's just nothing you can call when you got 3rd down and you're this far. You definitely don't want to turn the ball over down here. But I don't know if there's a play.
Yeah, 3rd down and
well, I hope there's interference.
There's interference, but they're playing 15 yards off of him.
Aldridge wants to throw. He's going to run it himself. Looking for some running room, and he's going to get up to about the 25-yard line there. He's going to pick up close to 7 yards, but it's going to be 4th down.
Navarez and Perez on the stop.
And the Panthers will have to punt
from
the 25. So they end up
ugly possession.
Well, yeah, they're 15 yards behind the original line of scrimmage.
That one had no chance from the start.
Aldridge going to punt it away. 2:44 to play. The Panthers have had the ball for 2 minutes of this quarter. Good snap. Decent kick by Aldridge here as it's going to be played at the 48 of Medina Valley, and that is where a fair catch will be made. And Jay will start 1st and 10 from the 48. There is a flag down around the 15-yard line. Yeah. Maybe they're going to get a running into the kicker. Well, if it's running into, that's not a first down. You need them to have a personal foul.
Kuros was the Mustang that called a fair catch.
We're waiting for the call from the referee. Still has not figured out what he's going to do here.
Well, they're seeing if we want to re-kick it or let him have it away. Got it about the 50, didn't he?
At the 48,
the catch.
48 of Jay.
That was a good punt. I'd take that right there. About a 35-yard punt.
I just don't understand why I can't make a call. Running into the kicker on John Jay. But because it's not a personal foul, that's a 5-yard penalty, and they'll probably take the 5 yards from the end of the kick. Which they will. They'll mark it off from the 48, so it'll go to the 43.
We think.
You should.
I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, well, they do. It goes to the 43 of John Jay, and that's where they'll have it. Unfortunately, remember last week when you had a roughing the kicker call against the Panthers that kept Kerrville's going?
They scored.
He only ran into him. Yep. That was not a personal foul. We know in high school that it can be either or now.
Well, especially.
But now it's the Panther defense has to get a stop here. They cannot allow Jay to be on the field for 6 minutes.
This guy wasn't even ready yet.
No, and they called it. It's going to be a false start here. Against Jay, so that'll make it 1st and 15. But, Maury, the defense has got to get off the field here. They can't allow Jay to have the ball another 8 minutes and put a score up. 1st down, 15 to go. Ball back at the 38-yard line now of John Jay. Takes a snap. Gutierrez looking for room, spins around, made a couple guys miss, still at the 40, and he fell down on his own right there. If he doesn't do that, he might have some more yards, but it's going to be a gain of, looks like only 2 or 3.
Credit Caden Keller with the stop there for the Panthers.
So the line judge who spots it, he was on the 40, the guy on this side. The one on the other side was on the 41, but the guy on the far side of the field who marked it. Now, does that make sense?
Come and mark the ball.
Yeah. They give him that extra yard. It's going to be 2nd down and 12 coming up.
I guess you could say, Jared, though, we are lucky that there's a full officiating group here because they are having a hard time finding officials.
Gutierrez drops the snap. Ball's on the ground still. And Jay's going to jump on top of it, but he's going to lose ground back to the 34-yard line.
That was number 4 jumping on that loose pigskin.
Yep. The running back. But in a good job by the Panthers, so the ball was on the ground, but they still took out the quarterback, which allowed everybody else to make a play at it. Unfortunately, Moda fell on top of it, but it's going to be 3rd down and about 20 here. 3rd and 19 is what it'll be here. And the main thing, keep everyone in front of you. Don't let them get past the sticks. Takes the snap. Gutierrez rolling left. Got a lot of room. He's going to run. And he did not make the first man miss. A shoestring tackle. Picked up about 12 yards, but it's going to be 4th down and 8 here at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, good open field tackle there by James Vallejo.
Well, they cleared that entire side of the field because if he makes that guy miss, he's probably got a 1st down.
Or manageable
or close
to try to get it on 4th.
But they do line up to punt. I think that's Landon Burns back deep to receive for the Panthers, number 3. Low snap. Gutierrez will kick it away. A line drive spiral kick that's going to go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Maybe the 22, and that's where the Panthers will have it 1st and 10 with 34 seconds left in the first quarter. but
Sloppy.
sloppy
Both ways.
from Jay that time.
Wow.
A lot of penalties early on here. Couple of fumbled snaps. But the main thing, Medina Valley's offense is back on the field. They did get a stop, managed to get a 3 and out, and get that defense off the field. Now we'll see if the Panthers, after that not so good opening drive, can get it together here and get some positive yards. Aldridge out of the shotgun here. Gutierrez is loaned back to the left. 3 wide out here for the Panthers. Aldridge takes the snap, gives to Guerrero. He's got a little bit of running room up across the 25, and he falls forward to the 26. And he's going to have close to 4 yards on the carry.
Flores on the stop for the Mustangs.
2nd down and 6 coming up, and that's what you need right there. We'll take 4 yards on first down every play. And I don't think that they're going to snap the ball again. They might, as it's down to 10 seconds and they come to the line. Aldridge from the gun. 6 seconds. They're going to snap it. Aldridge to throw. Fires it. It was tipped, I think, but the catch is made at the 30, 35. And he's pushed out of bounds around the 38-yard line, but a first down for the Panthers. Nice play. Picked up about 10 yards on the play, maybe 12.
That was Gallion on the reception for the Panthers.
And that'll end the first quarter of play. So your score after 1, John Jay 7, Medina Valley nothing. But the Panthers get their first down of the ball game here. When we come back, we'll turn it around. You're listening to Panther Football, and we will continue in just a moment.
It's our biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet. Choose from over 600 new vehicles in stock or on order, all with low posted prices. Get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and unlimited wash tub car washes with your new vehicle purchase. Plus, no payments for 90 days and 2.89% financing available. Open until 9 p.m. every Friday and Saturday. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium as we go to the second quarter. We'll turn things around. Medina Valley will now be going left to right. They'll have the ball at their own 39-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10. Just picked up their first down of the ball game. They trail 7-0. And Aldridge will give it to Guerrero up the middle. And Guerrero with a hard run picks up 4 yards again on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Jaden Cruz on the stop, and you said we'll take 4 yards on 1st down.
Yep.
Every time.
So 2nd and 6 coming up here. Aldridge out of the gun again. Takes a snap. Gives it to Guerrero, looking for some room. He was met in the backfield, and he fights hard for a 1-yard gain. I mean, he fought for every bit of that 1 yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Cruz again wants to get on the stop. He actually ran in the back of one of the Panther offensive linemen that was knocked back into the backfield.
3rd down and 5 to go here. See what the Panthers come with here on 3rd and 5. You got a lot of things you can do. You can run, you can throw, you can try to fool them here. Be a nice time for a screen or a draw play or something. Haven't seen any of that yet this year. Aldridge rolling out, looking to throw. Trying to bounce outside. Going to pull it down and run. He's going to get the 1st down across midfield. Good job by Aldridge that time. Nothing open downfield. Made it happen with his legs. Gets into J territory. 1st and 10 from the J49.
Tripped up by Kuros, but a good job of extending the play for Aldridge.
That's what we saw him do last week against Kerrville. He ended up breaking one for 62 yards.
Improvise.
1st and 10 here. 2 wide out right. Gives to Guerrero up the middle. Room to run across the 45. Down to about the 43-yard line that time. Picks up 6 yards.
Garza on the stop. It sure looked like they turned his head around there where somebody might have got a little bit of a face mask there.
Didn't get the call, but nonetheless, a 6-yard pickup. It's 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Panthers.
Feed the beast.
Second down, 4 to go. 2 wide receivers out to the left. Takes a snap. Gives it to Guerrero again. Left side of the line this time. So he's going to push forward to the 41-yard line. Picked up 2 yards. It's going to bring up third down and about 1.5 yards.
Cruz and Navarez on the stop there for the Mustangs. Definitely in 4-down territory.
Yeah, 9:30 to play here in the first half. 7-0 Jay leading Medina Valley, but the Panthers trying to get something going here. They got third down. It's a long one. It's really like 1.5 yards. And we'll see what Aldridge wants to do here out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Going to run it himself. Design run. He's got a first down to the right side across the 35, and he's pushed out of bounds around the 34-yard line. First down, a pickup of 7 yards. Nice design quarterback run that time. He got the edge. Good job by the lineman and the wide receiver to seal that off for him.
Good job by number 1 for the Panthers. Hewitt taking care of the defensive end. Number 11 gets credited for the tackle, Ryan Salas.
First down, 10 to go. Out of the gun here, Aldridge. Gives to Guerrero again up the middle with some room to run. Bounces it back to the left side and ends up around the 26-yard line. Picks up about 6 or 7 yards, depending where they spot him. Looks like at the 28.
Baldwin on the stop. That's what we said. That's your bread and butter.
Yeah, and the offensive line's doing a good job of moving bodies. Those defensive linemen are big. The tackles in the middle a little bit undersized. They're pushing those ends out and making room there and pushing those tackles to the inside. And it's giving Guerrero room to run.
They got wide splits on the line.
Aldridge from the gun again here. Second down and 4. They'll send Reza in motion from right to left. Takes the snap. Gives it to Guerrero again. Bounces it to the outside. Tries to cut it back in. He's going to get a first down, though, with forward progress. Picks up 5 yards.
Flores hanging on for his life to Guerrero's jersey, but first down.
Yeah, and Guerrero made a good move on him. He almost got away from Flores.
If it had been the old tearaway jerseys, well, Earl Campbell used to go through 25 of them a game.
7:56 to go. A good drive here for the Panthers. Now, Maury, got to finish. You're getting down here in the red zone. First down and 10. Aldridge going to pull it out. Wants to run, trying to get free, and he's going to get sacked back at the 34-yard line.
Damian Charles, and I was just going to say, you're running down their throat. Do not try anything, and went for the home run.
They give him forward progress to the 32. Loss of 8 yards. It's going to be second down and 18 now.
Well, don't get me wrong. I know every once in a while you got to try it, but you're getting yourself back into the ball game here by just simply running the ball.
Well, and that was the deal there. I think he had the option. He pulled it out from Guerrero, but there was a lineman right there in his face. Aldridge rolling out, looking to run, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of maybe 2 on the play. Gets back to the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and about 16.
Perez on the stop there, Omar Perez for the Mustangs.
Well, Amari, you're in 4-down territory here. You know, you'd like to get the first down on this play, but the main thing here is you'd like to pick up 7 or 8 yards and at least make it manageable.
Absolutely.
You're in a
third.
It's
like you say, you don't have to get it all,
but you need to get some. Yeah. From the gun here, 3 wide receivers. Aldridge takes the snap, going to throw with some time, fires left side, and he throws it over the head of his intended receiver down the left side. I believe that was number 88, Cade Gallion down there.
Actually, he was trying to hit Guerrero out of the backfield, yep. And he threw it to the outside shoulder instead of the inside.
And are they going to try a field goal here maybe?
That's a long field goal.
Yeah, I think you're going to punt. Aldridge going back to punt.
You know, if you'd have just got something positive instead of moving backwards, you would have had a chance at maybe a field goal.
Yeah. Aldridge to punt. Standing it is at the J45, and he'll boot it away. Kind of kicks it over to the right side. It takes a Panther bounce and will roll dead at the 11-yard line.
Good job punting.
Not a bad punt. 19-yard punt, but they'll start at the 11. Panthers ate up a lot of time off the clock, almost 6 minutes of the quarter, but you don't have anything to show for it. Other than you flip the field position.
What didn't we do?
Didn't score.
Finish.
Didn't finish. Well, and the thing is look what happened again. It was one play that cost you on that drive, the sack quarterback.
Well, and if you look on the other side, how did John Jay, the first time they had the ball, move it right down the field? What did they try? A couple of long passes, and they went away from what was working for them.
Yep.
So
we'll see what they want to do here. 6:14 to go first half. Gutierrez out of the shotgun here. Takes the snap, gives it to Moda over the right side, bursts through the line. He gets up to about the 19-yard line. They'll spot him at, looks like, the 20.
Riojas on the stop there for the Panthers.
It's like a pickup of 8 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 2.
And Moda hit the hole quick on that play, Jared. What a rapidly moving game.
Out of the shotgun again here. Gutierrez takes a snap, gives it to Moda again, right side. He's going to get the first down as he falls across to the 25-yard line, picks up 4 yards. First down for the Mustangs.
Stop.
You know, the Panthers got that stop on the last drive against Jay, but Jay, with the penalties, the fumbled snap, kind of shot themselves in the foot here. Medina Valley needs to step up here, need to cause a turnover. They need to get something to kind of get the momentum. This is kind of a stagnant game right now. No one's really got the momentum. Medina Valley's defense needs to do something to swing it their way. Gutierrez with an empty backfield. Takes the snap, and they're going to get a delay of game against Jay. It's going to be 1st and 15. Just took too long to snap the football. That'll help.
I mean, you have a play clock on both ends of the field, so you've got to be. I mean, it's not like you can't be looking at it, like you can't see it.
Jay will have 4 wide here. Moda the lone back. Gutierrez from the shotgun takes a snap, looking to throw, fires right side, complete over the middle, 1st down and more. A lot of room to run across midfield, and he is going to be gone. That is Dylan Gordon for the touchdown. And that ball was at the 20-yard line, so an 80-yard pass and catch from John Jay. And, I mean, he was wide open in the middle of the field and then just outran everybody for 80 yards, and it's 13-0, John Jay.
Stanton had one shot at him, but just could not bring him down. And just yards after the catch.
Yeah, he got his hand on his shoe, made him stumble a couple of times, but he was able to keep his feet. They'll try the swinging gate here. And now they'll send on the extra point unit. Number 36 comes on to kick. Like I said, I don't have his name on the roster. I have a feeling he's on their roster wearing a different jersey number with their away uniforms. The hold is down, kick is up, and it is good with 4:30 to go in the first half. Your new score, John Jay 14, Medina Valley nothing. We'll take a quick break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in a moment.
Double T Outfitters offers deer, dove, turkey, quail, and exotic hunts in Southwest Texas on over 20,000 low-fenced acres. They facilitate professional guide services, lodging, and fantastic meals while providing the best in Southwest hunting. Contact Double T Outfitters to find out details about their current package hunts. Contact owner Brett Ferguson at 210-413-1597 or online at doubleThunting.com.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
We're back here as Jay boots it away. A high end-over-end kick that's going to go over everybody's head. fields it in the end zone and comes out with it. And he's going to get down the sideline to the 20, 25, 30. Still on his feet. Flags fly out around the 25-yard line. I cannot believe he brought that out, but then let alone he did get back to the 38. But we're going to see what that flag is. Probably a block in the back or a hold.
It's usually never hardly against the kicking team. And that kick happened so quick before we got back.
When it was in the air, it went over his head. You think he's going to take it for a touchback. Next thing he brings it out, but he ends up with a 39-yard return.
That was actually Guerrero that brought that ball out of them.
And that was a block in the back against the Panthers.
Negates a good return. That kickoff was sponsored by Gardner Abstract Land and Title Company.
Along with Rancher's Title, yep. Yeah,
they're keeping one thing they're doing, Jerry, is they're keeping the Panthers kick return team guessing because they haven't done the same thing 2 times in a row.
No.
One time it took them 4 tries.
Well, they'll start here from the 15-yard line, 1st and 10, 4:22 to play in the first half. Panthers will get the ball to start the second half here. Like to drive this ball downfield. They were driving last time. It was one play that really hindered the drive. Guerrero up the middle, room to run across the 20, up to near the 25-yard line. They'll spot him at the 24. Picks up 9 yards there on first down.
Quiro's taking the legs out for Guerrero, but not before 9 yards.
Yep, up to the 24. And, that's been the thing. You got to keep feeding him until they sell out to stop him, and then you can hit him over the middle with a pass play.
Yep, running behind Den and Beal on that left side.
Aldridge, now you're going to get a false start against the Panthers.
And you had 2nd and 1. Now it's going to move it back to 2nd and 6.
3:51 to play first half. It'll be 2nd down and 6 now as they'll move him back to the 19-yard line. Panthers out of the gun. They'll send a man in motion. Takes the snap. That's Newton in there at quarterback. Gives it to Guerrero over the left side. He's going to pick up 3 yards as a flag comes in very late at the end of the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3, but we'll see what the flag is.
Quiros once again on the stop along with Omar Perez.
I think this is against Medina Valley.
Way deep in the backfield.
Yep. Personal foul. Face mask against the Panthers alignment, and it was in the backfield. There were 2 guys wrestling around back there in the end. I didn't see the face mask, but
it looked more like the call hands to the
face
instead of the face mask. But Jared, at one time you had 2nd down and 1 yard to go.
Yeah.
Now it's 2nd and 15.
Yeah. Yep, they'll move him back to the 9-yard line, 2nd and 16 here. Aldridge to throw, fires, picked off, hit. There's a flag down. They're going to get roughing the passer here. That was Newton who threw that. It's a roughing the passer. That should keep the drive going, negate the interception. But their defensive back stepped right in front of that.
And that was they're going to get
they're going to get a first down out of this Medina Valley.
First down. I'm trying to see the number. 45 they're going to get for John Jay. As soon as Newton let the ball go, he took a couple of steps and shoved him down. That was a big break for Medina Valley.
For sure. Roughing the passer against Jay. So that'll move it 15 yards and automatic first down. Wow.
Yeah,
Medina Valley getting fortunate because if you give them the ball right there at the 10-yard line, it's 21-0 here in a few plays, probably.
Yep, that was Riojas with the flag against the Mustangs. Now, Jared, you got to do something, make something positive out of this now.
There's 3:15 to go in the first half. Guerrero on the run, left side, looking for some room. He gets 3 yards up to the 28-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Perez once again on the stop for the Mustangs.
You got Medina Valley with 2 timeouts remaining here. Still got 78 yards to go here, or maybe 72 yards to go here. Takes the snap, gives it to Guerrero up the middle again with some room to run. He's going to have a first down and a few more. Gets up to the 37-yard line, a first down.
Baldwin on the stop. And, Jared, that was just good running. That was 7 yards after the first man put a hit on Guerrero.
Panthers right back to the line here, 2.5 to play. Takes the snap. Newton to throw, fires over the middle, picked. Oh, luckily he dropped it. Zach Moda had it in his hands. I mean, it was in his chest, and he dropped it.
But, Jared, that was really, where was there was not even a Panther receiver.
Well, there was. He was behind him. He underthrew it. He was 5 yards behind the defensive back there.
Did they have coverage over the top behind
yes,
it too?
They had that. Yeah, he was running in the middle. Second down and 10. Gives it to Guerrero. Tried to make a cut, and he got hit hard and taken down right away. Actually lost a yard on the play.
Cruz on the stop there for John Jay.
It's going to be third down and 11. 2:10 and counting to go here. And they're going to they're letting it run down here some, taking them time getting the play in with 1:55. Now they're thinking if they don't get it, they don't want to let Jay have the time. And they're going to take a timeout now with 1:46 to go. And with that, we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in
Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home in Castroville, Texas, has been providing funeral services to families in the Medina Valley and surrounding areas. Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home is proud to support the broadcast by the Medina Valley Broadcast Network for the athletes and students participating in this event. Go Panthers! Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home, Castroville, Texas. You may view obituaries at Tondre, Tondre-Gwynn, Guinn.com, or visit the Facebook page of Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home to view funeral notices.
We're back here at Panther Stadium as Medina Valley about set to come out of the timeout here. They'll have one remaining with 1:47 to go in the second quarter. They trail 14-0. They're going to be facing third down and 11 here. And the thing is, if you don't pick this up, you're going to give Jay the ball back with 2 timeouts remaining for them as well.
Yeah, and especially you give them more time if you throw an incompletion here and it stops the clock.
Newton out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to throw, fires. Complete, and it's a little hook and ladder, and they get it to work. Guerrero with it across the 40 to the 35-yard line. How about that? The hook and lateral, and he ends up with a first down and more down to the J 36-yard line. It was complete. Was that Gallion? No, that was number 80 on the completion.
Millis.
It was, yep.
And he did a good job on that low throw, not letting the knee touch the ground.
No, and he got it to Guerrero, and Guerrero made it work. And that's a design play, folks. That wasn't just something that happened on a whim. Newton rolling out left side, fires, complete out there. I think that's Guerrero out of the backfield, and he's going to have a first down.
Didn't we say something at the Sports for Supper that we'd like to see Guerrero come out of the backfield and catch a few swing passes?
Yeah.
We're not so much of a dummies.
1:33 to go. It'll be first down and 10 there. And, something like that, it will spark you. And now, it looks like you got a little bit going. Reza in motion, left to right. Newton rolling out. He's going to fire. Reza couldn't get it in and out of his hands. If he makes the catch, he only gets about a yard. As it is, it'll stop the clock with 1:29 to go. It'll be second down and 10.
That was Moda on the coverage there for the Mustangs.
First down at 29. 1:29 to go in the half.
Don't say that because we've had a first down at 29 already this game.
It's second down and 10 here. Medina Valley with 1 timeout remaining. Newton takes the snap, going to throw, fires it, complete. And he's lucky that Millis made that catch because that would have been a backwards pass and a fumble. And he gets up. He got back to the original line of scrimmage.
He's lucky the ball was high.
Yeah. He made that one-handed catch.
Well, because number 3 Moda was fixing to jump that.
Minute 6 to go. It's third down, 10 to go. Out of the gun here. 59 seconds and counting. 3 wide to the right. Newton to throw. They want to set up a wide receiver screen. It's complete out here to the right. He's going to get down across the 15, down to about the 12. It should be a first down, and that should stop the clock to move the chains. That's Carter Hewitt on the reception. They set up a wide receiver screen that time, and it worked. First down and 10 for the Panthers from about the 13-yard line.
That was Salas on the stop for the
And a timeout taken by John Jay.
I believe that leaves them with one.
Yeah. Both teams have one timeout remaining now. Timeout brought to you by Peerless Equipment. And, Maury, that hook and ladder play kind of got this offense moving, and they've thrown in some wrinkles. You had a wide receiver screen. They haven't run that before. And sometimes, I'm not a lot for the trick plays because usually they backfire more times than they work, but he couldn't have called it at a better time. They needed a spark somehow, and they got it.
And it seems to have worked because the Panthers have not slowed down since. But
you got to finish this drive off
7.
here. You need 7. You're going to get the ball to start the second half. A score right here before halftime would be huge.
Momentum would be right there. And just you look back at how this started, Jared. If they don't rough the passer, they're sitting there on the 8-yard line.
Ready to make it 21-0.
First and goal.
Yeah. Out of the timeout here, first down and 10. Newton out of the gun. They'll empty the backfield now. Newton going to run it himself. Left side, he's got some room to run. On his feet to the 5, and he steps into the end zone. Touchdown, Medina Valley. A 13-yard touchdown run for Michael Newton as he puts the score on the board that time. A design run all the way. They emptied the backfield. Big hole cleared up, and then Newton made some good moves. Walked in untouched.
They had to respect Guerrero coming out of the backfield on the left side. Caught him peeking out to Guerrero, and Newton did it with his feet.
Yep. And it looks like Padilla will come on to tack on the extra point. Newton will be the holder. The kick is up, and Padilla drills it through with 41 seconds to play in the first half. Your new score, John Jay 14, Medina Valley 7. And Maury, 41 seconds left in a timeout. The big thing here for Medina Valley is you don't allow the big return. Keep everything in front of you. Get in the locker room down 14-7, and you get the ball to start the second half.
And just some renewed excitement back there on the sidelines for the Panthers.
And guys,
two big plays.
We'll be right back. I'm going to take a break real quick, and we're going to come back. All right, we are back here at Panther Stadium as Medina Valley just scored to make it 14-7. And the Panthers will be kicking it off here. And I don't think that's Padilla. Is that Rips who's teeing it up for the Panthers?
It looks like it is.
And he looks like he's teeing it up. He might be trying an onside kick here, Maury. Yeah, as that is Gavin Rips kicking for the Panthers. He's a junior. And they're going to run up to it. Not going to put his foot into it. They did that earlier in the game, too.
Surprise onside is what that's called.
And so it's not surprise if you fake it all the time and they're ready for it. And he will squib it. And a good play by number 11 for John Jay, Ryland Salas, who made a good sliding catch on that because if he could easily mishandle that football.
But that was a good job by Rips keeping that ball on the ground.
Yeah. So they'll have it at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10 with 41 seconds left. No time runs off the clock.
2 big plays in that series.
Yes, the roughing the passer was the first one. And the hook and ladder. Because they were looking at third down and 11 right there, and you were fixing to have to punt with 2 minutes left.
Third down 11 or 1st and goal from the 8 the other way.
Gutierrez out of the gun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Fires, right side, tipped. That ball got a hand on it, number 34 for the Panthers.
Caden Keller.
And it's 2nd down and 10 coming up, 37 seconds to play.
We've seen a lot of strange things happen on those tip balls also.
Well, but we saw Jay hit an 80-yard touchdown pass earlier. So you can't count anything out here. Out of the gun, Gutierrez. They're going to give it to Moda. Spins away from one tackler, but not away from two. He loses a yard on the play. Bring up 3rd down, and the clock will run. I don't think Jay.
And now, if I'm John Jay, I just take this lead because they were fortunate that ball that was tipped didn't get picked. That's the worst thing that could happen. You would think they'd be satisfied with this lead taken into halftime.
14 seconds left, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. Unless they decide to take their time out. I think they are. Nope. Not going to take it. And that will end the first half of play. Your score at the break, John Jay 14, Medina Valley 7. And we will take a break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in a moment.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Sammy's Restaurant and Habeas Alsatian Bakery, 2 legendary landmarks in Castroville. From breakfast to delicious hometown lunch specials and more, Sammy's satisfies your taste buds with the unique flavor of Castroville. And from fresh baked breads to pies and pastries, South Texans have made Habeas Alsatian Bakery a must-to-visit since 1940. Sammy's Restaurant, online at sammysrestaurant.com. Habeas Alsatian Bakery, online at habeasbakery.com.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call, 830-985-9115, or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925, with one simple goal: to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Like you, we love calling this home. Castroville State Bank has been serving the Medina Valley area for over 63 years by providing the best financial products, modern technology, and customer service. Not only are we the local bank you can rely on for all your financial needs, but we are also your neighbors, giving back to the community we grew up in and love. Come home to Castroville State Bank.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium. We're at halftime, 14-7. Medina Valley trailing John Jay here at the break as the Mustangs came out and took the opening drive, started at their own 44-yard line, took it all the way downfield and ate up about 7.5 minutes of clock, punched it into the end zone, and it looked like they were going to dominate this game. Medina Valley got the ball for the first time, ended up going backwards on a 3-and-out. They ended up losing 15 yards on that whole drive. You said, here we go, we're giving them the ball back here. John Jay shot themselves in the foot, had a penalty, had a fumbled snap. Medina Valley forced a 3-and-out. Then the Panthers started to move the football, made some things happen. Aldridge got sacked, and that just kind of killed that drive right there. It was that one negative play, killed the drive. They get the ball back. They hit an 80-yard touchdown pass and catch. It was really like a 10-yard pass and a 70-yard run by Dylan Gordon, who had some speed, turned on the afterburners, made it 14-0. Medina Valley would get the ball. They start at their own 15-yard line as then Michael Newton came in to play quarterback for that drive, and what should have been an interception, John Jay picked it off, would have had it 1st and goal around the 9, got a roughing the quarterback, kept the drive going. The Panthers are looking at 3rd down and 11. They call a hook and lateral, and it works. The pass was complete to Millis. They get it to Guerrero down the sideline and picks up about 40 yards, gets it into John Jay territory, and that just kind of turned the tide of the game right there. You were, late in the first half. They started moving the ball with Guerrero. They had a couple of pass plays that got them 10 or 12 yards, and then it's all finished off with a Michael Newton quarterback keeper. What was that, a 12-yard run? 12-yard run to the end zone for the touchdown. Made it 14-7, and the Panthers going to get the ball to start the second half. So what started out is what would look like a disaster for the Panthers ends up with they're going to have the ball and a chance to tie this ball game.
And took momentum into halftime, and on that scoring play by Michael Newton, it was the play action. It was sending Guerrero out of the backfield in that little soft spot to the left side of the formation. He took the inside backer with him, and when he did that, that allowed that space to be open. Newton took advantage of it with his legs and went upfield 12 yards for the touchdown. And, you say a couple of plays don't determine a ball game. Well, it determined a very good ball game in that first half, because instead of having 1st and goal, John Jay on the 8-yard line looking to go up 3 scores. They're roughing the passer, some good plays by Medina Valley, one trickeration play, and it's 14-7, as you mentioned, Jared. The Panthers won the toss, deferred to the second half, which we both like that all the time. And that old cliche, the first 5 minutes of the second half might decide this ball game.
Yep, and I understand right now there's no video. If y'all are watching it, I get that. I'll get off here in a minute. We'll put it back on. We're going to have our band on here when they play and let you listen to the band and watch them. There's a problem with a short in the cable that runs to the camera. When it cuts out, I see on the computer here that there's no video feed. So I have to shut everything down and turn it back on, and it comes back. But if something happens like that, just know we can fix it, but it might keep happening.
Unfortunately for you, this is the same setup that you work with in basketball.
Yep.
And it's up top of the stands when it happens, so you got to run all the way. And
the thing about that is there it's stationary. We have someone moving it, so as that cable moves, the short will happen, and it disconnects itself. So that's the big thing is you're having to move the camera with the cable. If it's stationary, it's not that big a deal. But
it does happen there, because somebody will walk across the court and not think they're standing on it.
But we understand that that's happening, and I'll get it back up here for you when the band comes on. Right now, John Jay's band on the field performing. And we'll come back after the band and kind of talk about some keys to the second half. But, Maury, it started out in that drive that the Panthers scored on. It was a couple of plays away from being 21-0, because if that roughing the passer doesn't happen, they have it 1st and goal at about the 9, and it's 21-0 instead of 14-7. And then the second big play on that drive, a called hook and lateral, whatever you want to call it, but it was a design play. It got you some yards. It got you a 1st down. And what it also did was give you some momentum. We talked earlier about how this was kind of a stagnant game.
Give you a breath of air.
There wasn't a lot happening. It was just kind of lethargic, and then all of a sudden that happens, and the Panthers have some life, and they get a touchdown before halftime. and 14-7 instead of 21-0. It looks a lot better.
Completely changed the complexion of this whole ball game.
Yep, and we're going to go ahead and take another break, and then we'll come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll And what we're going to do, we're back here, and as you can see, there's video feed now. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the mic up, and we're going to let you watch the band. It'll be the crowd mic outside. So if something's said on there that we can't control, we're sorry about that. But that's the only way we can get you to be able to listen.
And we want y'all to enjoy the
band. Yeah, enjoy the band. We'll be back in a little while.
And go Mustangs!
Welcome to the field for Medina Valley Tomcats. Simonson, with color guard captain Catherine Clark and Lieutenant Hannah Barriere. This section of the week is the Flues. Band member of the week is Eddie Ocampo. Color guard member of the week is Raylan Young. Now, the band will perform a portion of the 2022 marching show, Fate, Part 1, featuring the music of La Fiesta Mexicana and Asturias Leyenda. Part 1 will feature flute soloist Junior Dylan Lee. We present to you a performance of pride, the Medina Valley Panther Marching Band.
you can hear me. That concludes the halftime show. The halftime show is brought to you by Medina Electric. We're going to take a quick break and get ready to bring out the Panthers for the second half. This is the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
And percussion tech, Angelina.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations. Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
It's our biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet. Choose from over 600 new vehicles in stock or on order, all with low posted prices. Get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and unlimited wash tub car washes with your new vehicle purchase. Plus, no payments for 90 days and 2.89% financing available. Open until 9 p.m. every Friday and Saturday. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
And welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Medina Valley football. Maury?
Keys to the game, second half, Jeff.
Keys to the game. I would say continue to improve running the ball and to continue improve defending the passing game. Because right now I think what's hurt us on defense is, they've hit a couple of you got to give them credit. On the long pass, okay. They hit it. We missed a tackle. That's going to happen, right? But we've given up that seam route several times. So we've got to do something, and I'm sure the coaches at halftime are telling that. It's probably due to that inside linebacker not getting a good drop.
I was going to say, you dropped the linebacker to take care of
the inside linebacker's got to
space.
get that good drop and get under that. And Caden Keller did a good job. He got a hand on it there late in the second quarter. So they got to continue to work on that. You got to screw those safeties down a little bit more because they've got to be able to help on the running game too. And we're playing like a two-deep safety right now. So screw those safeties down. Let them come up and help a little bit more on the running game. And in turn, they're going to be sitting there for that little seam pass. I don't think any of the outside stuff has really hurt the Panthers. So, continue to get better at what you do. Try to work positives. Try to work on the positives. We had a drive in the first half. You throw it in, or you get sacked on first down, so you lose 7 yards or 9 yards, and you're playing behind the chains again. And I don't care what anybody says. Medina Valley football right now is not built to play behind the chains.
No.
They have got to find a way to stay on task. 3 yards on first down is a good thing. 2 yards on first down is better than 9 yards on minus 9 yards on first down. So continue to do the positives throughout offense and defense and just keep getting better because, Maury, next week it's for real.
Oh, yes.
You win or lose this game, you want to finish this game well. We said that last week, and what did the Panthers do in the second half?
Finished well.
They finished well. They came out and they really played well in the second half. They were, on the short end of it, and they played a lot of the twos against the Panthers in that fourth quarter. But there was some positives that you can take away from it. You got to stay positive. The coaches got to stay positive. Fans got to stay positive, and the kids will stay positive. So that's my take on the second half, and here's Jared.
Jared, we were just touching base a little bit, Jeff, on what the keys to the second half. And he reiterated that, they had one big pass play, the 80-yarder, and it was just, that's going to happen every once in a while. The other play they scored on, Medina Valley actually had good position. The receiver, we think might have got away with a little forearm shiver.
Oh, yeah, the one in the fade in the end zone.
That was good coverage. You can't, fault that. But you got yourself back in the ball game right before half. You had said if the Panthers score, we get the ball in the second half. It's a brand new ball game. Well, you were right. The Panthers scored. We got a brand new ball game. What do you think the keys are here? What do the Panthers need to do to carry this momentum and come out of here with a victory?
So my big thing is a couple of things. First of all, you got to keep finishing the drives. You got some momentum. You finished a drive there. You got to keep that going. We saw one of their drives get killed with just an 8-yard sack of the quarterback. So you can't have those things happen. The second thing is going to be take care of the football. And on defense, don't give them room. If you look at the good defenses in football, what do they all have in common? Nobody gets free. They all have to work for every inch of the field that they want to be on, whether it's receivers or whoever. There's too much cushion that are being given.
What Jeff said. Your linebackers need to back up a little bit and take that pass away and tighten up your gaps a little bit.
You have to make them work for every inch of the field. As they will boot it away. It's a high end-over-end kick that will take a bounce, bobbled around, then picked up. And he's going to get away from 1, 2, and then smothered up. They want to say safety. They're going to down him at the 2. Maybe they're going to say the 3.
Wow.
That could have been really bad right there, guys.
It was really bad anyway.
Well, but
it
could have been worse, as you could have had them with 2 points and us, Medina Valley, kicking away. Instead, it's going to be 1st and 10 Medina Valley at the 3 to start the half.
Kickoff was sponsored by
Garner Abstract and Land, along with Rancher's Title. And now here you go. You got to get out of the shadow of your own goalpost, first of all, here. And you got to flip some field position. But we'll see if the Panthers started their last drive at the 15-yard line.
Looks like Newton will be under center to start this second half. Well, not under center, but...
Well, and they'll run from the I for the first time tonight. Newton under center. Gives it to...
Fumble!
And that was the other Newton, his brother, on the carry, but fumbled it. But I think he fell back on top of the football. Lost a yard, though, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 11.
Peerless equipment.
Try to Newton.
So on 2nd down, they give the ball off right up the middle, and they lose another yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and 12. So the ball's going to be back to the 1-yard line.
That was number 50, Knighton. Jared, they are very, very close.
Dude, safety.
To the goal line.
Yeah, no, it's 3rd down from the 1-yard line, 3rd down and 12. They need to make something happen here. This is not the way you want it to start. Going to throw quick out to the right side, complete. Across the 5 to about the 6. Picks up 5 yards, but it's going to be 4th down and, about 7?
Reza on the catch there, brought down by number 7 for John Jay. That's Quiros.
So 4th down, 7 to go, and they're going to have to punt.
Not the way you wanted to start this second half.
No.
You'll have to take a timeout.
Yep.
Jesus.
Timeout taken by Medina Valley. They didn't have enough guys on the field.
Only had 10 men out there.
So they got to burn a timeout here with 10:04 to go in the 3rd quarter. Now you're down to 2. Those timeouts are golden when it comes to the end of a close football game.
And sponsored by Peerless Equipment.
Yep, sure is. And so...
Wow, not the start you really needed here.
No, and Newton's going to stay in there to be the punter. So Newton standing at the back of his own goal line. Or the back of the end zone. Takes the snap. Left-footed kicker gets it away. A booming kick that's fielded at the 40. Starts upfield. He's got a lot of room to run. Up to the 20, 10, 5. It's just Newton to beat, and they're going to push the pile to the end zone. That might be a touchdown, and it is.
That was Quiros catching it on the run.
42-yard punt return. Caught it on a run, and that's, you can't fault Newton right there. He's not the normal punter. Actually kicked it pretty well, but it was a line drive, and he outkicked his coverage, and he got a running start at it, and there was a huge, huge opening on the left side, and he exposed Medina Valley there, and like that, it's 20-7.
But the Panthers on that coverage did not stay in their lanes there as they all converged to the middle of the field.
Yep.
All Quiros has to do was bounce it outside the hash mark on the far side, and nobody made first contact till about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, and it was the punter, Newton, who made the contact. So number 36 will do the kicking. Gutierrez, the quarterback, is the holder for John Jays. They kick from the left hash.
Flag.
And there is a flag down on the play. Delay a game against John Jay.
And Jared, how many? I mean,
a lot of delay games
after scoring, timeouts.
It's all been on kicks or
special teams.
Yeah. They had one. John Jay had one on a normal drive.
But we saw the Panthers get penalized the previous series on a punt play because they didn't have enough players out on the field.
They just waved the flag off.
Well, I guess maybe they didn't reset the play clock, maybe.
Takes the snap. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 9:47 to play in the first half or third quarter, new score, John Jay 21, Medina Valley 7. And, Maury, that drive started at the Panther 3. They lost a yard on the first 2 downs. It was 3rd down and 12. You had to punt from the back of your own end zone, and they have a 42-yard punt return for a touchdown.
Well, and the whole disaster started when you got tackled on the 3-yard line on the kickoff.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of those things. So I don't understand Medina Valley sending one guy back deep to receive. If you have 2 guys back there, someone's under that to catch it. But when you only have one and he's on the near side of the field and the ball's kicked over there, now he's got to run, what is it, 50 yards across the field to get over there, and he had to play it on 2 hops because it wasn't going to go out of bounds, and you got to make a play. 2 people should have been back there. Look, they're going to send one guy back deep to receive.
Well, no, they listened.
Now they're going to send 2. But before they only had 1 and then 3.
So now you give up the middle.
Yep.
So what are you going to do? If you put 2 back, you got to give up the middle.
I'd rather do that than take it at the 3. Now, see, he can come up and make the play, and he does. And he's going to run with it up across the 40 to the 44-yard line.
That was Garza on the stop there for the Mustangs.
And that was number 22. That was Reza on the return from Medina Valley. And the Panthers will start with good field position here at their own 44-yard line.
You can't go 3 and out. You've got to get that momentum back on your side right here. Well, I'm not speculating anything, but the other quarterback does not have his helmet on the sidelines. It has been taken away from him.
He doesn't even have pants on, does
he?
Yeah,
but
no, he doesn't have pads on. And so they take the snap, gives it to Guerrero up the middle. He gets a yard before he's hit, and that's all he's going to get is 1 yard. 2nd down and 9 coming up here. And you wonder if one of the things that adjustments John Jay made at halftime, which is what they should have done, was to sell out to stop Guerrero and make the Panthers beat you with the pass game.
Yeah, that was Knighton and Perez on the stop there for the Mustangs.
Newton out of the gun. Takes the snap. Gives it to Guerrero again. Made a first man miss. Looking for a little more room. He falls forward across midfield to the 49-yard line. Picks up about 6. and that's going to give a 3rd down and 3.
Omar Perez on the stop for the Mustangs. You got to convert here. Jim.
Yeah,
you got to keep this
do.
drive
It's
going.
3rd down and 3. You're in J territory here. You wonder if they'd go for it on 4th down. Out of the shotgun, Newton, 8:40 to go. Panthers moving right to left. Now Newton calling something out here at the line, changing things up a little bit. Takes the snap. Gives to Guerrero, left side, and he gets gobbled up. No gain. It's going to be 4th down and 3.
Jaden Cruz came from his inside linebacker spot. We got a flag down on the field. One of the Panthers lost a helmet.
Well, did he get ripped off?
It could have got ripped off. Could be hands to the face against John Jay, but
because they let him stay in the ball game. He was running off the field like, you know, you're supposed to go out if your helmet comes off. The line judge told him to go back.
We're waiting on a call here.
The opposite line judge is talking to the John Jay coach.
On their side, yeah.
And they're marking it off. It's a personal foul against John Jay. They didn't signal hands to the face, but it had to be because his helmet come off.
I think he ripped his helmet off.
Yep.
Because, like you say, if it comes off inadvertently, he's got to stay out of play. If it gets ripped off, then he can stay in. That's a big.
Well, that's 15 yards right there. First down. Instead of being 4th down and 3, it's 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line of John Jay. Or rather, 47. That's a 33.
That's even better.
Yeah. 33-yard line, 8:19 to play. They'll send Reza in motion right to left. Newton takes the snap, gives it to Guerrero. That was a face mask, and they saw it. He got about 8 yards on the carry, but that's a bad ball spot. But nonetheless, you're going to get a 15-yard penalty and another 1st down. As the first man that got to Guerrero had him by the face mask, you could see that head get ripped around.
Yeah, it looked like number 54.
And that is the call, face mask against the Mustangs.
Had a little join after that also going on between one of the Panthers linemen and one of the Mustangs defensive linemen.
Well, that'll move the ball inside the 15 down to the 13 is where they'll spot it.
Back-to-back 15-yarders against
30 yards
Mustangs.
right there in penalties given up. Here's Reza in motion. And now they look to the sideline for the play.
Well, they hadn't blown it in.
Yep, now they do.
Timeout called by Jay.
Yeah, and they'll burn their first timeout. So both teams with 2 timeouts remaining now here in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a quick break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in just a
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium. Out of the timeout, 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the John Jay 13. Panthers trail 21-7 here in the 3rd quarter with 8 minutes to go. Medina Valley driving back-to-back 15-yard penalties against John Jay. Here's Reza in motion right to left. Newton takes the snap, gives it to Guerrero. Made the first guy miss, but then he gets hit by a host of defenders. He gets down to about the 11, 2-yard pickup. Actually, we'll see where they spot him here.
Knighton
It looks like
and Holland on the stop.
12. They only gave him 1 yard, so 2nd and 9. Jay's trying to clog up that middle a little more than they were earlier in the ball game. Out of the gun again here, Newton.
Another timeout.
Yeah, they had to because they were going to have 12 men on the field. They had an injured player limping off to the side, and Jay.
I was just going to holler for the Panthers. Center the ball.
Yeah.
Wow. That leaves them, Jared, with just 1 left, and we're just not even halfway through the 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
That could be huge towards the end of the ball game.
Yep.
I made a comment in the first half that this game was flying by.
Yeah, the first half of this game did go very quickly, and now it's just kind of a lot of penalties here, a lot of things not going the way they were in the first half. And so Medina Valley will come out of the J timeout with 7:29 to play here in the third. They'll send a man in motion again, right to left. 2nd down and 8. They're going to fire it complete. Oh, only got a yard on the play that time, as that was complete out to number 1, Hewitt.
Tackled by number 1 from the other side, Dylan Gordon.
And so it'll be 3rd down and 8 to go. And you got an injured player now down. It looks like a cramp.
Not hard to believe in this humidity.
No, and we'll take a break and we'll come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in a moment.
It's our biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet. Choose from over 600 new vehicles in stock or on order, all with low posted prices. Get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and unlimited wash tub car washes with your new vehicle purchase. Plus, no payments for 90 days and 2.89% financing available. Open until 9 p.m. every Friday and Saturday. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Run play.
We're back here at Panther Stadium. It's 3rd down and 8. Injured player up and off the field. And Newton out of the shotgun here for the Panthers. 7:11 to play, down 21-7, but the Panthers threatening. 3rd down, 8 to go. Ball at the 11-yard line of John Jay. Gives to Guerrero, right side. Gets bottled up. He gets across the 10 down to the 8-yard line, but it's going to bring up 4th and about 5.
Moda, the first Mustang to trip up Guerrero.
We'll see if the Panthers go for it here or try a field goal attempt. Ball at the 13.
I would like the Panthers to show some discipline here and go on a hard count here and try to get that free 1st down.
Yeah.
Because
it would be a 30-yard attempt.
And almost exactly 5 yards.
Yeah. They'll come out here in the gun. Guerrero, the lone back to the left. 2 wide out to the right side. They jump offside. The ball goes through the quarterback's hands. Newton picks it up. Made a guy miss. Still on his feet. He's going to throw it back in the end zone. Touchdown, Medina Valley. They got him to jump off sides, but they got the free play. The man was wide open in the middle of the field.
There wasn't even a flag thrown.
No flags were thrown, and it's a touchdown for the Panthers. Who caught that? Who was standing in the back of the end zone? I never saw a number.
But he was standing there wide open.
Was it number 8? That's Jaden Gonzalez, who was wide open in the back of, just standing back there waiting. He didn't have to move. There was no one within the 10 yards of him.
They lost track of him.
Padilla's extra point is up, and it is good. So, with 6:18 to play in the third quarter, your score, John Jay 21, Medina Valley 14, and Maury, a 4th down play that Medina Valley finally gets a break. They get something to go their way, but that's the thing. No flags were. Both defensive ends came across the line of scrimmage.
We said, let's try to get it free. But you know what that did? They thought they were going to get flagged, and they gave up on it. And I'm looking where he's throwing the ball, and I'm seeing a guy standing there. I mean,
he made a hell of a move.
Yeah, he made a guy miss to make that happen, because if he gets tackled, that's a turnover on downs because there's no flag thrown.
But I'm looking at the guy in the corner of the end zone saying, where did he come from? He is just standing there. I thought it was a spectator from the sidelines that came in to catch the ball. Number 8 did a great job of playing Houdini out there, and
As Rips boots it away, a high end over end kick that's fielded at the 21-yard line. A lot of room to run, big hole to run through up to the 40, 45. And he's taken down at the 43-yard line. Decent return that time by John Jay.
Vallejo on the tackle for Medina Valley.
And so it'll be first down here. Medina Valley down by 7, 6:11 to play, third quarter, 21-7. Your score, John Jay leading Medina Valley, and the Panthers need to get a stop here now. And look, Maury, the cornerback is right up on the wide receiver on this side of the line. The other side's still a little padding, but you'd like to see that. They'll send a man in motion. Gutierrez going to keep it himself, run left side. He's got some room to run, and he's dragged down around the 49-yard line, but not before he picks up about 5 on the carry.
Good open field tackle by Burns.
It'll be second down and 5.
Yeah, and I'm still disappointed a little bit on that touchdown scoring play that there was not a flag thrown.
No,
because
absolutely.
Both defensive ends were definitely offside.
And they didn't get back.
No.
Second down, 5 to go. Gutierrez out of the gun. He's got 3 wide out here to the far side of the field. 5:33 and counting to go in the third. Tight ball game here at Panther Stadium, 21-14. John Jay leading the Panthers. They're going to run the option. Gutierrez pitches it out to Moda, made a man miss across midfield, 45-40, still on his feet, and wrestled out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Just too much, some missed tackles, just nobody getting their hand out there to make a play on him.
Hewitt and Martinez finally running Moda out of bounds. But a lot of arm tackling there instead of wrapping them up.
They get down to the 33-yard line of Medina Valley, first down and 10.
Good read on the option also.
Maury, you've got yourself back within a score here now, and here's Jay trying to answer back. Defense needs to dig in here and find something. Need to make something happen. No turnovers yet in the ball game. Gutierrez takes the snap. Going to give to Moda up the middle. And a delay handoff, and he's gone. Touchdown, John Jay. Almost virtually untouched to the end zone. A wide open hole. Nobody around to make the play. A 33-yard touchdown run. It's 27-14, John Jay.
That was too easy for Jay on that drive. Wow. And quickly, that didn't even take 2 minutes off the clock, did it?
No.
Wow, what an answer. 1:11.
They have that swinging gate out there right now. And they're going to go for it. Gutierrez running right side, gets hit, taken down. They say he got it, though. Got across the goal line, so the 2-point conversion is good. And your score, John Jay 29, Medina Valley 14. With 5:07 to go here in the third quarter, we'll take a quick break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue here in just a moment.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
We're back here at Panther Stadium as we have 5:07 to go here in the third quarter. Your score 29-14. John Jay leading the Panthers. They just scored on a 33-yard touchdown run by number 4 Moda, and after that, Medina Valley gave up a 2-point conversion on a swinging gate. And there's a little pooch kick up the middle. Fielded by Reza at the 30 or the 42-yard line. He falls across the 40 to the 41. It's first down and 10, Medina Valley from there.
That's dangerous. I sure would like to see him just fair catch that ball.
Yeah.
I know you're trying to make plays happen, though. You know, you can't blame a young man for effort. But that was all Moda there on that drive for.
Yeah. The option to him, and then, getting that score.
Wow. Volleyball won in five sets.
Well, I think they were down 2-1, weren't they? And then they won 3-2.
That's a very impressive win.
And that's 5 in a row now for the Panthers. They give to Guerrero up the middle, and they're selling out to stop the run. Guerrero fights hard to get a couple of yards. But John Jay's bringing everyone up there in the box now. Medina Valley's going to have to find a way to beat them over the top.
Now, that was Baldwin there on the stop. And you're right, Jared. They got 10 guys inside 6 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and we knew that was going to happen at some point because Guerrero was who was beating him early in that last half. Out of the gun here now, 4:30 to go. They'll send Reza in motion right to left. Takes the snap, looking to throw, fires, complete out here to the right, number 80. Gets up to the 45-yard line, and that's where he's brought down. Picks up about 2.
That was Ty Millis out on the edge for the Panthers.
And it's going to be 3rd down and a long 4, 3rd and about 5. Big play here for the Panthers. Need to keep this drive going. You're down 2 scores again and a 2-point conversion now. Reza goes in motion. Newton takes the snap, looking to throw, fires down the right side, and it's picked off. Underthrew his receiver, number 11, with it at the 30, and he's tackled down around the 33-yard line, but that's number 11 on the interception, Rylan Salas, and he was running stride for stride with the wide receiver, and Newton just didn't get the air underneath it to get it over the top of him.
Well, and he just undercut that. He was, like you say, he was in perfect position, and he was looking back at the quarterback the whole time.
And he looked like the wide receiver on the play, yeah. Yeah, the wide receiver's got to make a play to try to knock that away or something. Come back to it, make him run into you, get an interference called, something. But John Jay's going to have it, 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. And now this is make or break time for the Panther defense here. They're going to give to Moda, who trips over his own feet, and he loses 2 yards. Nice tackle that time by the turf. I say turf, it's grass here on this field. So you get a little assist from the crabgrass.
Yeah, the crabgrass.
See, them claws got him.
Yeah. And it's going to be 2nd down and 11 coming up here. They lost a yard. Ball's at the 33. Mustangs out of the gun. Gutierrez looks over the defense. Takes a snap. Ball's on the ground, and Moda picks it up with his knees on the ground. That's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. It looks like a loss of 3 back to the 30. 3rd down and 14.
This time it's the Mustangs having problems with the snap.
Well, and here you go, Maury. You're in 3rd and 14 here. You got to get off the field and get the ball back.
Another case there of that crabgrass wearing those claws, grabbing that ball and not letting the center snap it back.
3rd down and 14 here for the Mustangs. Still 2:14 to go in the 3rd quarter. Still plenty of time left in the ball game, but the Panthers got to get a stop here on 3rd down. And now timeout, and that's their last one. John Jay just burned their last time out of the ball game. And with that, we'll take a quick break as well. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
We're back here at Panther Stadium. 2:07 to go in the 3rd quarter as John Jay just used their last time out of the ball game here in the third.
Sponsored by Peerless Equipment.
And they got the commercial.
There you
at
go.
That point. And so 3rd down and 14 to go here out of the timeout. Panthers trailing 29-14. Still a lot of time left, but like we said, you got to get a stop here. Takes the snap. Gutierrez, bootleg out to the left. He wants to run. He's got room. And he gets hit, stretches out. 1st down, John Jay. He needed 14. He got 15 up to the 45-yard line.
That is just heartbreaking.
Yeah. And you saw as soon as he bootlegged back, there was nothing but open field, and you could see it happening. 1st and 10 at the 45 of Jay. Panthers have got to force a turnover. You got to get something here. Gives to Moda up the middle. Just pushes forward for 7 yards on 1st down. It's going to be 2nd and 3.
And, Jared, we talked about Peerless Equipment sponsoring the timeouts. Edwin's son yesterday for the freshman played a outstanding game.
Yeah, I know he plays on the freshman team.
He played very well, very well. The whole freshman bunch played very well.
2nd down and 3 to go here. Takes that snap. Gutierrez to throw. Fires complete. Just too much cushion over there. They gave him 5 yards to catch it. He turned and got another 5. That pushed out of bounds around the 40. 1st and 10, John Jay.
That was Burns out there on the edge for the Panthers. We're going to force a punt.
Yep.
And got 14.5 when they needed 14 on a big 3rd down play.
1st down and 10 here at the Panther 40. Sends a man in motion, takes the snap. Gives it. Tries to cut it up the middle, gets 1 yard on the play down to the 39-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd down and 9. That was number 26. Micah Roberts on the carry.
Morales on the stop for Medina Valley.
He did a good job. They put his foot in the ground, tried to turn it upfield, but the Panthers were right there. 2nd down, 9 to go. Take the snap on the ground. Gutierrez is run over at the 48-yard line. And there's a case there of them having bobbling the snap again. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 18 here.
Suazo on the tackle there for a loss for the Panthers.
And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Your score after 3, Medina Valley trailing John Jay 29-14. We'll take a break and come back with the 4th quarter. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Texas. 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
The City of Hondo South Texas Regional Training Center, also known as STRTC, offers a multitude of on-site services, college courses for students looking to achieve their associate degree, vocational and technical programs such as patient care technician, welding, and HVAC, and GED through Southwest Texas Junior College. Assistance with employment search, job training for youth and adults with workforce solutions, or transportation assistance provided by ACOG ART Transportation. For additional information, contact the staff at 830-741-8347 or find them on Facebook at STRC. That's South Texas Regional Training Center, Hondo, God's Country.
And we're back here as Medina Valley trying to stop John Jay here. It's 3rd down and 18 for the Mustangs as we start the 4th quarter. Out of the gun, takes the snap. Gutierrez rolling out left side, looking to throw, fires on the run, picked off for the Panthers. Number 7, there's a flag down, and he's going to step out of bounds. That was number 7 for Medina Valley, James Stanton, the sophomore defensive back with the interception. I think you're going to have a legal man downfield. But Big interception for the Panthers.
What did you
Finally
say?
got the
We need
turnover. Needed something to turn the momentum.
And that could have done it right there. Oh, my. It looks like their offense is coming back on the field.
What is this going to be? No
No,
way.
it can't.
No.
They're going to punt it. Oh, no, they're not going to punt it because it was an interception.
Yeah, Medina Valley's offense will come out on the field. So that was number
Stanton.
7, James Stanton.
Jared, you said the Panthers' defense needed to make a play. There it was.
Yeah, that's the first turnover of the ball game, and they needed that desperately to kind of swing some momentum. There's still a lot of time left in the ball game. You're down 2 scores, 1 2-point conversion, and we'll see if the Panthers can come out here and get something going. Well, I said first turnover. John Jay had the interception on the last drive for Medina Valley. That was the first turnover of the game, but that's the first John Jay turnover. Out of the gun here. 4 wide. They'll send Rays in motion. Panthers moving left to right. Gives it to Guerrero up the middle. Spins around and gets across the 45. And they'll actually spot him at the 45. Kicks up 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Knighton getting up from the bottom of the pile for the Mustangs. 44 also in there for John Jay. That's Leandrew Holland.
Newton out of the gun again. Takes that snap, looking to throw, fires in and out of the hands of Rays over there on the left side.
Yeah, Elijah Baldwin was coming in there from his defensive end spot, and he stands about 6'2". Newton had to get it over his head and just floated it out there a little too strong.
It's going to be 3rd down and 18, or 3rd down and 8 rather, coming up here for the Panthers. You just got the turnover, Mar. You got to get something to happen from it. Third down, 8 to go here. Newton out of the gun. Takes that snap. End around. Coming near side. Reza's going to get dragged down, slung to the ground in the backfield at the 39-yard line. That play was blown up from the start, and it's going to be 4th down and about 14.
That was Omar Perez making the play for the Mustangs.
So 4th down and 14 to go. And for the Panthers here, they're going to have to punt.
After that turnover, Jared, the Panthers proceed to lose 4 yards on that possession.
Yep, just couldn't get anything going. Snaps back, kick is away, a line drive that will take a Panther bounce and will roll across the 30 down to the 28-yard line, and that's where it'll be down. Decent punt that time by Newton. And Jay will start 1st and 10 at the 28 with 10:15 to go. And, Maury, I'd expect them to just try to run some clock out here.
Yeah,
up 2 scores.
If I'm them, I take the air out of the football.
Well, and, Medina Valley's tried to, John Jay did a good thing here on their defense by shutting down Guerrero's running game. They're not letting him get the 5 and 6 yards like he was earlier. He's getting 1 or 2, and he's having to fight for them. And Medina Valley has not – they've tried to throw the ball left and right. They haven't tried to throw the ball over the middle of the field, which is wide open. The linebackers are moved up. Takes a snap. Gutierrez keeps it on his own. Making a lot of guys miss, running through tackles, still on his feet across midfield, sheds about 8 tackles.
Are you kidding me?
And he is he's in a foot race still, and he finally gets wrestled down by number 1, Hewitt. And he just took that from the 28-yard line down to the 18 is where they're going to spot him. Wow.
He ran through more arm tackles than an octopus has. Wow.
Was that a 50-yard run? No, he ran through probably half the Panther defense. bobbles the snap, picks it up. Now he's going to get taken down in the backfield, lost a yard that time, second down and 12, lost 2 yards.
Well, he was way back here on the 25.
Yeah, no, they're giving him forward progress, Maury.
Keller on the stop for the Panthers. It still resulted in a loss, but not as big as it should have been.
Second down, 12 to go out of the shotgun. Gutierrez takes the snap, gives it to Moda up the middle, breaks through the line, and he picks up close to 8 yards here. Going to bring up third down and 4.
Brought down by Stanton and Santos on the play, but he just made it a manageable third down. Panthers cannot give up any kind of score at all, Jarrett. They're already down 2 scores. A score here would put them down by 3.
Yeah. 8:24 to go here in the fourth quarter. Third down, 4 to go. Gutierrez out of the gun, takes the snap, gives it to Moda. Looking for some running room, and he's going to be close to a first down. If he's short, it's by inches.
Well, I think that if it goes by the guy on the far side, he's got him marked for a first down.
Yep, and he does give it to him, first down.
First and goal.
From the 7-yard line with 8 minutes to go in the ball game.
Wow.
And here's what you're seeing now is they have worn Medina Valley's defense down again.
The tail of last year, the same situation. We talked about that before the game started in the pregame.
Takes that snap, gives it to Moda. Moda up the middle, fighting for yards across the 5, down to, looks like the 3-yard line.
Whole interior line of the Panthers with the stop there. Have an injured Panther player on the field, so a official timeout down on the field for 7:24 left to go, fourth quarter. Panthers trailing 29-14. It was a 7-point ball game at half. And
well, in that opening drive of the half started at the 3-yard line. The kickoff was fielded. The return man got taken down at the 3. You at one point had third down and 12 from the 1-yard line. And then you had to punt from the back of your own end zone, and they returned the punt 42 yards for the touchdown. That just swung the game back the other way. The Panthers would answer. It was 21-14. They came back, got the score. But then they had no answer for the John Jay offense. The defense, they've tightened up. They've had some good moments in this game. They got the interception a while ago. The offense couldn't move the ball after that, went 3 and out. And now Jay threatening again here, first and goal or second down and goal from the 3-yard line. Takes the snap. Backup quarterback in there now, and that's a touchdown for Moda as he walks into the end zone.
Flag on the play, though, thrown here on the near side.
Oh, yep, it's down by the goal line. I've got the partition in the way here in the press box.
False start signaled against John Jay, so that'll negate the touchdown.
That's Steven Garcia in there at quarterback.
So now it'll be second and goal now from the 7. $7:19 left to go in the fourth.
So it's going to be second down and goal. Now from the 8-yard line. Takes the snap, gives it to Moda. Not going anywhere that time. Back to the line of scrimmage. Third down and goal from the 8.
Sawed in half there by the Panthers. Villegas and Morales on the stop.
.6:53 to play and counting here in the ball game. Third down, 8 to go.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they moved again that time, so it's going to be third down and 13. Third and goal from the 13.
But that'll just enable them to run 25 more seconds off the clock.
.6:38 to go. Takes that snap, looking to throw, fires it, lobs it up left side.
He caught it.
Made the catch for a touchdown. My goodness. And, then the defensive back for the Panthers is saying, hey, he held my hands down, and he couldn't have been draped over him anymore. But the one thing that I would criticize, you got to look for the football.
He never turned his head.
You've got to know where the ball's at, because if he turns around, that's probably an interception.
Yep.
But
good coverage, other than he did not turn around to find the ball.
And Dylan Gordon, that's the second time he's made one of those catches in this ball game.
And the second time he's had great coverage on him, and he still come down with the ball.
Yep. So 35-14 your score now. On to try to tack on the extra point. Kick is up, and I think he missed that. He did, off wide to the right. Kicked it from the left hash mark and missed it way off to the right. So 35-14 is your score with 6:22 to go. We'll take a quick break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Garner Abstract and Land Company, the title company with professional service and a personal touch. Garner services real estate transactions, buying, selling, and construction loans for commercial and residential. They specialize in land development and farm and ranch. Garner, offering a commitment to professionalism, confidentiality, and personal service combined with the latest technology. Garner Abstract and Land Company will work to earn your trust. Garner Abstract and Land Company, 830-346-1367.
Back here at Panther Stadium, 6:22 to play. Your score, John Jay 35, Medina Valley 14, as the Mustangs ready to boot it away. Two men back deep for the Panthers. That's Hewitt and number 24, Jacob Warren. Takes this, boots it up in the air, fielded at the 31-yard line by Hewitt. And Hewitt gets up to the 38-yard line. Well, looks like they'll spot him at the 39. That's where it'll be 1st and 10, Medina Valley.
Number 19 on the stop for John Jane. I do not have that young man's name. I have his number, but I don't see a 19 on their roster.
Nope. .616 to play. Newton out of the gun. Takes that snap. Newton's going to keep it himself. Gets around the right side up to the 40, 45. He'll run out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Good run that time by Newton. Picked up 7 yards.
Salas forcing Newton out of bounds.
Well, did you see the entire defense went towards Guerrero on the play fake? Like we talked about, they're selling out to stop him. Something else is open.
What number for John Jay?
19.
And 36.
Julio Sandoval is 19.
Who's 36? That's the kicker.
36 is Jacob Quinlan.
Takes the snap. Fumble. Newton fell on top of it. They tried to give it away to Hewitt on the end around that time, and Hewitt didn't take it with him.
Nope.
And Newton didn't bring it back to him.
Nope.
Fortunately, he fell back on top of it, but he loses yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 now.
Baldwin on the tackle for loss for the Mustangs.
Yeah, loss of 5 yards on the play. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Newton sets up, fires, middle of the field, makes the catch. There you go, middle of the field. Someone's open in the center of it. Was that number 8 on the reception? That's Jaden Gonzalez making that play. He caught the touchdown earlier. 1st down for the Panthers.
has a knack for finding that open spot in the field.
Well, and it was just a little up and in route in the center of the field there. Takes a snap. Newton going to keep it himself, running to the left side, and he gets dragged to the ground, a yard loss on the play. That'll bring up second down 11.
That was Baldwin on the stop. That looked like they had a face mask, but I guess not.
Yeah, I think they had him by the jersey. As I saw what you were seeing, but I think it was the jersey being pulled.
No horse collar either, huh? Wow, it is going against the Panthers.
Wow.
Signaled a holding penalty against Medina Valley.
So it'll be 1st and 20. Ball moves back to the 45 of Medina Valley. 5:02 to play in the ball game. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Newton with time, sets up, fires. Downfield, he underthrew it, and it's picked off. And number 7 on the return with it. He's got some room. There should be a crackback block, and there is. And that player's still down. That was a dirty block by John Jay.
Blindside block that you cannot,
That's Diego Quiros on the interception, the return. And Newton had a man deep, but he's in double coverage, and he underthrew it, and Quiros just stepped up and made the play. And that player's still trying to get off the field here after that crackback. That's a dirty play.
Well, and what I don't like is where he was kind of grabbing his helmet in his head, and that's where he was made contact with up top, and that's just
Was it helmet to helmet?
No, they just called the play. It wasn't targeting. We're going to take a quick break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in a moment.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Back here, injured player up and getting himself off the field here, as it'll be 1st and 10. John Jay, after the interception, they will start back at their own 25-yard line with 4:49 to play in the ball game. And they'll start here. Number 16, the quarterback, takes that snap. New running back in there for John Jay, as that's number 27 on the carry, Malik Graham, and he's taken down in the backfield for a loss. Graham is a freshman running back.
Keller and Santos on the stop there for Medina Valley.
Garcia, the quarterback, that was a loss of 3. It's going to be 2nd down and 13 coming up here. Garcia out of the gun. Takes the snap. Ball's on the ground. I think it's still on the ground, and they get back on top of it, does John Jay. Medina Valley had a golden opportunity there. Unfortunately, just couldn't get to the football. But a loss of yardage, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 17 here.
Graham was in the right spot for that, Jared, to jump on that, because the Panthers looked like they had an opportunity there to get a turnover deep in Mustang territory.
Third down, 3:27 to go. 3rd down and about 18.
Wow.
A lot of early movement that time. Wide receivers started running routes. So all the wide receivers took off, and other linemen moved.
Everybody moved. Every skill position player moved, and the lineman didn't.
So that'll move them back 5 more. That'll bring up third down to about 23 or 24.
But there are a lot of new numbers out there in the blue and white.
Oh, yeah. A lot of underclassmen playing in there now. As we mentioned, the running back Graham's a freshman. And a pretty good-sized young man for a freshman.
Absolutely.
Takes a snap. Garcia rolling out, looking to throw, still on his feet, and he's going to get sacked back around the 6-yard line. It's going to bring up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt under 3 minutes to play here in the ball game.
That was Newton on the tackle for loss back there for the Panthers.
Well, then if you're
Santos also.
If they're going to punt here from their own end zone, you got to make something happen here. Go after it. Don't hit the punter, but go after the punt. Make something happen.
Well, I was going to say they were going to run the clock down and call timeout, but they can't do that because they don't have no timeouts left.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to take a delay a game, but.
Yeah, no, I think that is what they're going to do. Well, they want to run off the field. I think they thought they had a timeout left. No, they're just taking out their whole. They're sending in a whole new punt unit. And so they will punt it away from their own end zone. Landon Burns back deep for Medina Valley to receive. And the snap was, there's a safety. I didn't see if they snapped it over his head or what happened, but they went through the back of the end zone somehow, and it's a safety. That's 2 points for the Panthers to make it 35-16. And then John Jay will have to kick it away to Medina Valley.
Do you think that was the design?
It might have been.
I mean, but why? I mean,
why would you do that? Well, I mean, I think they feel that the game's in hand.
I know, but why not? I mean, why give the other team 2 points anyways? What's the difference?
And, I mean, they're all
See that in the old days where they take it and run out the back of the end zone. So
just to run clock,
so
yeah.
But instead of punting from your end zone and giving up 7, you give up 2 and kick it from
Yeah.
kickoff.
They're up 3 touchdowns. What does it matter?
That's what I was thinking, but. But nevertheless, Panthers will take the 2 points and receive this kick here.
Yeah, and they're going to kick off from it'll be from the 20-yard line because it was a safety. And so the return men for the Panthers standing around the 24-yard line. As you've got Hewitt and Warren back there to receive. Kicks away, a high end-over-end kick that's going to be fielded, picked up at the 50, and he barely got that off the turf before he got hit. James Stanton, very fortunate that he pulled that ball in when he did. But it's going to be Medina Valley football from their own 49-yard line with 2:05 to play. Still down 3 scores here, even two touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions. You'd still need a field goal to tie it. But 2:05 to play here. Newton out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Going to give to Guerrero up the middle, room to run. That is not Guerrero on the ball carry. Sorry about that.
Kuros on the stop there for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that's Ryan Rincon on the carry, a sophomore running back for the Panthers who picked up 8 yards. That is still Newton in there at quarterback, though. Takes a snap, gives to Rincon again. Over the right side of the line, he gets to the 40 and across the 40 to about the 38. First down for the Panthers.
Well, we talked about the other quarterback on the sidelines with the shoulder pads off, so unless we're going to run the Wildcat, it's Newton for the rest of this game.
Yeah. First down, 10 to go. Gives it to Rincon again, trying to get to the outside. Tries to turn up field there, and he gets stopped for a loss of a yard. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Gets spun around there by the Mustang defense. Leading the charge was number 21 out there, Jaden Cruz.
Minute 4 to play in the ball game. Gives it to Rincon up the middle again. Moves the pile across the 35. They'll actually spot him at the 35. Ball carrier's laying down around the 34, and they spot him at the 35. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7.
Contreras on the stop there for the Mustangs.
37 seconds and counting to go here. They will have to snap the ball at least one more time, not in a hurry. Newton from the gun. Takes the snap, gives it to Rincon. Up the middle, across the 35, down to about the 32, 33-yard line there. It's going to bring up 4th and 5, but that is pretty much going to do it here. They won't have to snap the ball again. And that will end the ball game. Your final score here tonight, John Jay 35, Medina Valley 16. John Jay improves to 2-0. And John Jay falls to 0-2. Or did I say that wrong? John Jay's 2-0 now. Medina Valley now 0-2 on the season. And the Panthers will be starting district next week, but we will talk about that a little more in a minute. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue here in just a moment.
It's our biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet. Choose from over 600 new vehicles in stock or on order, all with low posted prices. Get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and unlimited wash tub car washes with your new vehicle purchase. Plus, no payments for 90 days and 2.89% financing available. Open until 9 p.m. every Friday and Saturday. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Garner Abstract and Land Company, the title company with professional service and a personal touch. Garner services real estate transactions, buying, selling, and construction loans for commercial and residential. They specialize in land development and farm and ranch. Garner, offering a commitment to professionalism, confidentiality, and personal service combined with the latest technology. Garner Abstract and Land Company will work to earn your trust. Garner Abstract and Land Company, 830-346-1367.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium. Medina Valley falls to John Jay 35-16 is your final score as the Panthers fall to 0-2 on the season. John Jay took the lead earlier in this one. It was 14-7 at halftime. The Panthers started that second half with the ball on their own 3-yard line, couldn't get out of the shadow of their own goalpost, had to punt. John Jay returned that punt 42 yards for a touchdown. Medina Valley would score to make it 21-14, but from there were unable to really get anything else other than that safety at the end of the game that gave them the 16 points. And John Jay wore down that Panther defense over the course of the ball game, just like we saw him do last year. The size of Jay up front eventually wore down the Panthers, and the offense wasn't able to keep it going in the second half. John Jay made some good adjustments. The Panthers weren't able to overcome that. A couple of interceptions, and 35-16 your final score.
Well, they did what we thought that they may do, is they took Guerrero completely out of the ball game in the second half, stacked the line of scrimmage, wanted to make somebody else beat him, and for a while, Michael Newton, he is our player of the game, sponsored by Travel by Design, Tanya's Travel by Design. Michael Newton's the player of the game, gave Medina Valley a spark, marched them down there. A good hook and a lateral on a 3rd down and 12. Medina Valley converted on that, and then Newton did the rest with a 12-yard run down at the goal line. But a little too little, a little too late. Panthers a couple of turnovers at the end of the ball game, but you just got to go on. We kind of said this might happen towards the end of the game if it was a close game, that the Panthers might be wore out towards the end because of the size that John Jay had, and it's just what it turned out to be in the second half. The Panthers just didn't have enough to keep up the momentum that they had. They carried the momentum into halftime, got a score, got within one score. We're going to get the ball in the second half, but I think the whole second half was won and lost in the first 2 minutes of the second half when you had to punt deep in your own territory. And the punt return got you a touchdown for John Jay, and they got the margin to 2 touchdowns, and Medina Valley could never close the gap. Yeah, I want to remind everyone that on Tuesday night, we will be broadcasting the first volleyball game we're going to be doing of the year. That game will be in Floresville. They will be doing that game live on MVBN2. The Panthers have won 5 games in a row in volleyball now, beating S.A. Christian tonight 3-2. Or 3 sets to 2 there in that match. And then they'll be starting district on Friday night. Medina Valley will be starting district next week. They will be taking on Southwest Legacy. That game will be here at Panther Stadium at 7 o'clock. Some scores from around the district tonight. Laredo Nixon beating Corpus Christi King 28-19. That game is final. Laredo LBJ lost to Laredo Cigaroa 14-13. Floresville is beating Southwest 21-14 in the fourth quarter. Sotomayor losing to South San 31-7. Laredo Martin losing to Zapata in the third quarter 32-6. Eagle Pass win losing to Uvalde 28-21 in the fourth quarter. And San Antonio Southwest Legacy
and Lee. That game is tomorrow night at Comalander Stadium. So some mixed scores from around the district, some winners, some losers. Medina Valley coming up short, but you played Kerrville and John Jay. You played two formidable opponents in non-district. You came out on the losing side on both, but you're playing Southwest Legacy next week, and that's when it really counts. It's when it really matters. You're in a new district. Medina Valley's there was some improvement from last week to this week in this ball game. You hope that we can see that again going into district next week.
Absolutely.
And so your final score here tonight, John Jay 35, Medina Valley 16. I'd like to thank all the sponsors for making it possible to bring you these games here on the Medina Valley Broadcast Network. Without you guys, these games wouldn't be possible. Make sure you tune in Tuesday night for volleyball, Medina Valley at Floresville. Wednesday night for Sports for Supper. Also like to thank Juke's Meat Market for making us our meat tray and stuff that they provide for us up here in the press box for all the home games. Always a big thanks to them. Like to thank our cameraman, Aiden, for being here running the camera all night for us. And so far, Jeff Stivers and Maury Stein, I'm Jared Lucky saying good night, God bless, and